Hello to everyone. My name is Vladimir Vlad, aka the Bulgarian Cowboy. Now, the bout is finally announced between Ciryl Gane and Shamil Abdurakhimov, so I'm super happy for it. I pretty much want this to be an amazing battle, and I'm sure the two will put on a show. And now, let me talk about this potential wonderful battle. I'm super happy because it will happen. It's finally announced. Ciryl Gane, he comes from Ville de Paris, France, and Benjamin, that's his nickname, French. He is 6'5". He weighs around 250, I think. I don't know exactly. The guy comes from a kickboxing background with 13 wins in a row, no losses, 7 wins via knockout, and he is a strong dude, a very, very tough opponent. And you know, his first battle he fought for the Waken TKO heavyweight championship, where he defeated Bobby Sullivan via front choke. Then TKO two of his next opponents, Adam Dichka and Roger Souza, defeating everybody in his way, and it was enough for UFC to offer him a shot. They signed him, and then he defeated Rafael Pessoa at his UFC debut via arm triangle choke. Don'Tale Mace fell via heel hook. It was kind of, let's say, weird heel hook because when I was watching it again, he wasn't pretty much dominating this battle. I wasn't thinking he's gonna win, but then in the third round, he just shocked me. 14 seconds before the final bell, he just rolled into that heel hook and then earned an amazing victory. The last fight against Tanner Bozer was unanimous decision win, but Ciryl again, he punched hard in that bout, and I enjoyed. I enjoyed every single second of it. I pretty much enjoyed. Yeah, he is maybe a new fighter, but he is an undefeated guy. A new blood in the UFC heavyweight division, but the guy who promises a lot. Now, Shamil Abdurakhimov, he comes from Wushu Sanda background, and he is international master of sports in kickboxing with a score of 21 in the world of mixed martial arts. He is 6'3" and comes from Makhachkala. Got to say that Ciryl again has a slight reach advantage, but comparing the surround and comparing the school that learned Shamil Abdurakhimov to fight, this guy is so tough, man. He's a super tough fighter, a super tough dude. And even at the beginning of his career, he was annihilating everybody in his way with only one loss to Thiago Santos in his first 13 matches. Thiago Santos defeated him via unanimous decision. So, yeah, this guy was super strong. He TKO'd Remo Thierry Sokoudjou, Marcos Oliveira, and even won ADFC Heavyweight Grand Prix. So, yeah, this was a brave run, an amazing run. At N1 Challenge 49, he decisioned Kenny Garner, later signed for UFC to face Timothy Johnson. And surprisingly, he lost that first match. Kind of surprisingly, because I think he was very, very good. But, he was not paying attention for one moment. And unfortunately, it kicked off with the defeat. Then he bounced back with wins over Anthony Hamilton, Walt Harris. Then Derek Lewis TKO'd him in the fourth round. So, yeah. Then he bounced back with a brutal punch KO victory over Chase Sherman. Man, I still remember that lovely punch. Andrei Arlovsky surprisingly gave him a hard time. I was kind of suspicious then, I wasn't thinking that he will outduel Andrei Arlovsky, but he was good. He was good, and he was fighting really, really well. And then even TKO'd Marcin Tybura. But in his last match, maybe he underestimated Curtis Blades. I don't know. He fought well, but Curtis Blades, maybe he simply had his day. But after a brutal punch, he fell down. Shamil Abdurakhimov and Curtis Blades finished him via elbows and punches, and the ref had no choice but to stop the match. So Shamil Abdurakhimov is now looking for a way to bounce back with the victory, and he definitely needs to win this fight. Otherwise, his UFC score, well, it's not impressive. He has 5 wins, 3 losses, and I hope he wants to keep the contract. I'd like to keep watching him at these lovely events. Looking back at Ciryl again, I don't know is this the last fight of his contract or not, but he has 3-0. Even if he loses, it won't be so terrible because he's a French dude. And there are not many French dudes in UFC, so he is a real treasure, ladies and gentlemen, and he is a strong striker, a great fighter, a fighter you like to watch, a fighter. Well, you can say he is the real reason why you love this sport so much. He's entertaining, likes to brawl, likes to fight, likes even to go for submissions. But versus Shamil Abdurakhimov, he comes from Wushu background, and yeah, he had one Americano win, one armbar win, sorry, two armbar wins and one Kimura win. But he is primarily a striker, a guy who who outstrikes everybody in his way. So I believe Shamil Abdurakhimov is gonna bounce back with a win here. But I don't think I think he'll have a hard time finishing Ciryl Gane. But I give slight advantage to Shamil Abdurakhimov. And thank you all for watching this. I hope this will be a super entertaining bout to look. And I'm super hyped because it is set for UFC 249.